Hi, Regina.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
I'm good, dear. What's your question?
First, let me tell you, my sister and I don't miss your show. We turn the phone off and we watch you 7 days a week. We love you.
Regina, thank you. Thank you very much for watching and for calling in. What is your question, dear?
My question is, they say that they put up a struggle with whoever murdered them. Was there any DNA evidence under their nails or anything?
To Michelle Sagone with America's Most Wanted, any DNA as of yet?
That's a great question, Nancy, and this is what investigators have said, is that, this is a pretty extensive crime scene. There were obviously, at least we do know for sure, 2 bodies murdered there, and, and that the killer, in fact, did leave some sort of evidence behind, and that's what they've been collecting, and that's what they've been processing, and that's what they're waiting for. And they're really lining their ducks up at this point, and they're not really commenting. They're keeping, they're a very tight lip about, the kind of evidence that they have and who they're going after, and that's why they're only naming Balfour as a person of interest at this point, and they have not charged him with any crimes, and
Michelle,
he can't move forward with the grand jury.
With us, Michelle Sagone with America's Most Wanted, did you say the killer left behind some evidence?
Well, what investigators say is that this is a very big crime scene, as you can only imagine. There were a couple of people, at least a couple of people murdered there, we do know for sure, and that left behind at the crime scene, whether it be the killer's DNA or the killers, we don't know exactly how many people were involved in this at this point.
Let's unleash the lawyers. Joining me tonight, a veteran trial attorney, former prosecutor with defense, now defense attorney Doug Burns, Christopher Amolch, defense attorney joining me out of Washington, D.C., also no stranger to a courtroom. Doug Burns, I can tell you this much. If they had a fingerprint matchup to William Balfour, who is a person of interest, he'd be charged right now.
No, I totally agree with you, and I also agree with what's been said earlier, which is that the police are playing it very close to the vest because they want to make sure that if people call in with tips or information, Nancy, they're not gleaning it from what they've released, and that's a very common approach by law enforcement.
Also to Christopher Amolch, I hate to give you your argument on a silver platter, Amolch, but if this guy had been rightfully in the home, if he had been there to see the sister Julia or for any other reason, what good are his fingerprints unless they're found on the murder weapon?
Yeah, well, even if they're found on the murder weapon, the fingerprints aren't going to do you any good because they don't actually tell you when the fingerprints were there. So they don't
want
really
to
do you
discard a weapon beside the little boy's body, save it. I'm talking about fingerprints at the scene, Amolch. Don't really mean anything.
He went on with his life. You understand? He went on with his life. You all are paying him, portraying my son as being the worst scum of the earth.